Hi everyone, I'm Surya Malay, and today I thought I'll start my live stream, and I'm so happy to go live like this. I just came here to talk to all of you about how we can start speaking in English. So, people might be thinking, like, how do we start speaking in English? And what is that magic which you do and you start speaking in English? It is nothing but the only thing which you require is to start speaking in English. That's it. I do understand with time you may require to note your mistakes while speaking in English and then learn from your mistakes and do not repeat that mistake. You can do mistakes. First of all, stop expecting yourself to be perfect. It is okay to be imperfect. So accept your imperfect, whatever, if you're imperfect, and just start speaking. That's all. If you any one of you have any questions, do send me questions, and I'll just tell you my example. Like, when I was admitted to a convent school by my dad in fifth standard, I did not know English at all. The only thing which made me very good in this language was my attitude to learn and how to better myself. And I did not get wavered by my fear of speaking. I started to speak, I learned grammar, I learned pronunciation of various words. I used to note down the different new words which I came across while reading the books, and I used to make sentences and use them more and more in my daily conversations. It's not difficult. And let me tell you, nobody came in this world by learning somewhere, something. We all learned the languages here. We did not know Hindi also, right? And people who are born in the places of Western world, they how come they can speak such good English? Because they're native speakers. They have that environment where they are speaking that language, and so is our regional languages, which our vernacular, our mother tongue. Nobody teaches us. What we hear, we speak. So it's very important that you keep on speaking, and you read out loud uh, any story, any newspaper or anything. And then wherever, whichever word you come across which is new, keep on noting it down, search for its meaning, and look at the relevant use of that word in various sentences, and also try to find out more and more synonyms and the antonym of that word. And in the beginning, you can start with some phrases which actually come as a help, because um, uh, you know um, in the beginning you can always start with small sentences which people use a lot. Yeah. uh, and also you can write down wherever you got stuck, or wherever you were not able to find a word to fit in there. And then next time, I'm very sure that you won't get stuck. And always, while writing, you always can pause and you can think what you have to write down, which word to use, and how to construct the sentence. But while speaking, you just don't have that much of time. So, how do you do that? So, I think that while speaking, you need to have a good vocabulary, because the words are only thing that is the unit of a sentence. And also, I would like to say that it's very important to think in English while you are speaking, because most of the times we think in our vernacular language and we try to translate that into English. It would be better that you do not lose your confidence and just take that first step of talking. So I just thought that to help out the people who are really looking to talk to someone in English and improve their English, I would, come live whenever I can, so that anyone who wants to practice, they can at, at least write in the chat, and they can, converse with me. Though it will be in a written form from your side, but at least I can answer your questions. So, because everybody is unique, I may be facing some problem like finding a powerful word to use in a situation, and you may be thinking how to construct a sentence, or so everybody is unique, and we need to find a solution to our unique problems. So solutions also have to be unique. And I'll also tell you that, of course, grammar, pronunciation, all these things are very, very important. As when you build a house, you can't say that only bricks are important or only cement is important. Everything is important. Without that, a house cannot be made, right? Similarly, while speaking in English or any language, you need to have everything. You need to understand the sounds, you need to understand the grammar, you need to have a good active vocabulary. You must be thinking, what is this active vocabulary now? Active vocabulary is like while I'm speaking right now. So, whatever words are coming to my mind while speaking to all of you, uh, that is my active vocabulary. So, it's very important to increase that active set of words in your vocabulary, um, because that those are the words which hit your mind immediately when you want to speak in English, right? So I have a message for all those people who always want to speak in English, but they have that hitch to not to speak just because others will laugh at them. Just forget that. Just forget that. People have a habit of saying anything to you, right? Please do not give your happiness control in somebody's hands. So take charge of your life and start speaking, whether it is broken, whether it is slow, whether it is fast. What will happen after all? You will fail. So don't you think a person fails only when he works? So you won't fail if you do not work. It's very, very important, right? So I just thought that it will be beneficial for me to, come live today and speak to all of you about overcoming that fear of speaking English. I hope if my words could, inspire somebody, motivate somebody to do something better, because I see that English is a global language, and a lot of times we really need to be good at that, because we are working in a global environment these days. Most of you would have jobs where you're required to converse in English. So, how would you learn that? I have seen a lot of people, a lot of friends I had who studied in government schools in India, and I'm not at all saying anything against government schools, but just the fact that they start teaching alphabets and letters in sixth standard. At that time, that was a fashion. So I had some of my friends who started learning those alphabets in sixth standard, which we did in nursery and LKG. So those people were not at all confident in speaking. But when I look at them now, they are so well in spoken English. They speak so well. And I just wondered how. So now I know that they started speaking. Maybe they would have made mistakes in the beginning, but they learned from their mistakes and they started speaking. They did not leave that speaking, right? Make a mistake. It's okay to make mistake. So you will make mistake once, twice, thrice. After all, what will happen? Yeah. So thank you so much. So maybe I'll come again on live. Bye bye. Take care.